This is your stimulus package update for Monday, November 2, 2020. We have new information in regards to when you may receive your next stimulus check. 1 week ago, there was still hope for a deal before Election Day. Republican and Democratic leadership remains somewhat optimistic a coronavirus relief deal including more direct payments to Americans could be reached in a matter of days. In that matter of days, optimism turned sour as Chief Negotiators Treasury Secretary Mnuchin and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi resorted to publicizing their differences in the press. Things started to get ugly Thursday morning when Mnuchin woke up and first learned in Politico newsletter about a letter he was sent from Pelosi. According to the Washington Post, Pelosi sent the letter to Mnuchin office at midnight just a few hours before making it available to the media. In that note, Pelosi outlined unresolved issues between the parties that includes money for state and local governments, school funding, child care money, tax credits for families, and unemployment insurance aid among other issues. Hours later, Mnuchin made his response to Pelosi public calling her overnight letter a political stunt. Second stimulus checks, with the status of $1,200 payments. Our ALL or none approach is hurting hard-working Americans who need help now, Mnuchin wrote at the end of his letter. It is Stimulus Review's greatest desire that congressional members fix the rift and pass stimulus which will heal this evening economy. This may be the last we hear from the pair ahead of Tuesday election. They had been negotiating back and forth for weeks failing to reach a constant stimulus check their respective parties would stand behind. Both are now hoping for post-election stimulus deals. At issue is a huge virus relief bill that would send another $1,200 direct payment to most Americans, restart bonus unemployment benefits, fund additional testing and vaccines, provide aid to schools and allocate money to state and local governments, a Democratic priority. Pelosi says she wants a relief bill that is predicated on steps that science dictates should be taken to deal with the coronavirus. And if we don't, we just giving money to the president to spend any way he wants and that has not been in furtherance of crushing the virus. White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows noted the relief bill being negotiated would cost about $1.9 trillion. Pelosi was hoping for a $2.2 trillion package. Meadows says he has a commitment from McConnell to bring a bill to the floor if and when negotiations with Pelosi conclude successfully. Second stimulus checks. Hear why Pelosi is aiming for a deal right after Election Day. A $1.8 trillion rescue plan in March passed virtually unanimously. The Pelosi-pushed package today is even larger but has run into resolute opposition from Republicans. Taking care of the issue would clear the decks for a fresh start on the congressional agenda next year. Senate Democrats blocked a Senate GOP plan that McConnell brought to a vote earlier this month. The measure contained more than $100 billion for schools, a $300 per week supplemental unemployment insurance benefit, and more subsidies for businesses especially hard hit by pandemic-related downturns and closures. It did not include the $1,200 direct payments that are so important to Trump. Trump says that if he wins re-election, aid will flow immediately. If he loses, it's unclear whether his enthusiasm for delivering it will be as strong. Never very optimistic about the lame duck and I.e. never been surprised, said Senator Roy Blunt, or Mo don't get near as much done as you think you going to get done. Second stimulus checks. Pelosi optimistic sides can agree on new aid package. Those Republicans willing to speculate about a Trump loss say not to expect much, either. Think Democrats would want to wait until the new president is sworn in and do it then, and I think Republicans probably would say the economy taking care of it, said Senator Chuck Grassley, of Iowa. On Thursday, Pelosi told reporters she hopes to get a deal passed before the end of the year in the event Biden is victorious on Tuesday night. She says the new president would have too much to focus on during the transition process. We at Stimulus Review abhor the process by which Congress and the President has dealt with this coronavirus pandemic. At the end of the day, the American people were played as if the coronavirus would just go away, yet cases are surging across the U.S. Prevailing conditions are much higher in the working class, and this will be a factor in the coming months. Elected officials must act in regards to stimulus for the American people in this economy. Clickbaiters such as It's Jimmy has a picture of himself pointing at a just passed sign on his videos, yet no stimulus has passed. An observation of the video shows that there is no mention of passing stimulus legislation. The Stimulus Check Hub has a bill passed every day, 2 or 3 times a day. Henry Rivers is in the same lane as Stimulus Check Hub with legislation passed 2 or 3 times a day. Yet the American people have not received PPE. Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe at the bottom of the page as it will offer you immediate updates and also help us build our channel.